right, let's take a hard right turn from the Rover Boys at School. That was the last full-length novel that I read. That was a children's novel. We're going to go to Edith Wharton and the House of Mrth. Edith Wharton, born in 1862, died in 1937, was an American writer and designer. This is from Wikipedia. Wikipedia. Wharton drew upon her insider's knowledge of the upper class New York aristocracy to portray realistically the lives and morals of the Gilded Age. In 1921, she became the first woman to win the Pulitzer Prize for fiction for her novel The Age of Innocence. She was inducted into the National Women's Hall of Fame in 1996, posthumously, obviously. Among her other well-known novels are The House of Mrth, the novella Ethan Frome, and several notable ghost stories. So yes, I am going to embark on The House of Mrth, which is a 1905 novel that tells the story of Lily Bart, a well-born but impoverished woman belonging to New York's high society around the end of the 19th century. Excuse me. Yeah. So, and then it gives you a little bit of a kind of a synopsis of it. It was before publication as a book on October the 14th, 1905. The House of Mrth was serialized in Scribner's magazine beginning in January 1905. Charles Scribner wrote in Wharton in November 1905 that the novel was showing the most rapid sale of any book ever published by Scribners. By the end of December, sales had reached 140,000 copies. So she was a successful. The commercial and critical success of the House of Mrth solidified Wharton's reputation as a major novelist. Because of its commercial success, some critics classified it as a genre novel. Is categorized it both as a social satire and a novel of manners. When describing it in her introduction to Edith Wharton's The House of Mrth, a casebook, Carol Singley states that the novel is, quote, a unique blend of romance, realism, and naturalism, and thus transcends the narrow classification of a novel of manners. So this is her second published novel, preceded by two novellas, and the novel Valley of Decision, 1902. So, I always like to start off with just a little bit of an introduction, especially when I'm doing it through Project Gutenberg, and I don't have, it just has the text. I don't have sort of the introductory stuff that they put at the beginning of books to talk about it. So I know that she is someone who is oftentimes has been put kind of to one side of Henry James writing literary novels and not being a commercial success of his time, or at least nowhere near kind of the level of Edith Wharton. So but has been kind of coming in for reassessments and people, saying like, exactly how great of a writer she was past that point. It's one of these cases where maybe she was so popular, she didn't get taken seriously. Also, maybe she was so woman that she didn't get taken seriously at first, but she seems to be somebody who's lasted. So yeah, this is a good one to put in for my my 1901 project, reading stuff from 1890 to 1910. Obviously fits nicely in that, and she's a major author. So these are the certain kind of novels that I'm definitely going to treasure there. There's going to be a lot of more Rover Boys at School kind of junky novels, because I enjoy reading the junk of an era as well as the stuff that's lasted. Sometimes the stuff that hasn't aged well is revealing in how it hasn't aged well. So yeah, let's get into The House of Mrth. It's probably going to be big laugh fest.